Hey guys, it's Chloe and today we're going to be talking about this palette by Makeup Revolution. Now this is the Mermaid versus Unicorn palette. I did get this in a glossy box. If anybody's wondering, I got the mermaid box. Something went wrong with the video, but I don't know if the quality is any better. I'm filming on my new iPhone. I got the new iPhone X, massive amounts of storage, so hopefully I will stop having technical difficulties. So I don't know if I have like my lighting and everything right. I just filmed the video before this and things were looking crazy, but hopefully this one is going to be a little bit better. But yeah, so today we are talking all about this. So I have used it twice. I might see if I can pop up some pictures. I don't know because I'm not a technical person. Also, I'm sorry if I keep looking over there. That's where the camera used to be on my old phone. It's now over here. I apologise. I need to get used to this. But this palette, when I did use it the 2 times, like I wish that the video didn't mess up and you could have seen my first impressions. This palette is £4 and it is honestly amazing. So I'm going to show you a look with this palette, a colourful look of course, because they're all shimmers, but some of them, like the glitter kind of blends out, so you can get some crease colours and everything like that. So yeah, today we are going to be rolling with this palette. So I just laid down a little transition. It's just a neutral, oh, I could have blended that better. It's just a neutral brown shade because this is what I did in the look, you know, that I originally did, and it worked great. So yeah, and now I'm trying to remember what I did because the look was so good that that's the look that I want to recreate for you guys. I did do a second look with it over on my Instagram with these blue shades. They are stunning, but today we're going to be dipping into like everything really, purples, blues, just pretty much all of the palette. So first of all, I'm going to dip into this purple shade right here just to give myself a little bit of definition in the outer corner of my crease. So I've laid down a transition and now I'm going in with a crease. I don't typically do this eye shape on myself, but I did really enjoy it when I did do it. I think I used a different brush, but it just added that little bit of depth and dimension. And this is actually a duochrome shade. It's hard to see on camera. I will swatch them all for you guys. It's hard to see on camera, but it's like a deep purpley black kind of colour when you're looking at it just like this, but it does have a duochrome of like a lavender purple on top and it looks beautiful. I'm just gonna go ahead and buff this in with a blank brush. So here is that shade laid down, and it does look a little bit crazy now, but I promise whenever I put on the next shade it will look beautiful. But as I said, I can see it, the duochrome in person, but on camera it's struggling to pick it up. So I'm going to see if you can see it here. You can see it better in the swatch I did in the last video. You can kind of see that it just has that really beautiful like lavender shift to it. I will do proper swatches for you, but it's like where it's thinned out there, it's like a deep purpley, but then on top of it just has a beautiful duochrome. But what I love about it is that I can put it in that part of my eye and blend it out, and although I can still see the hint of the duochrome, it still has some depth to it to give me the definition that I'm wanting over there. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is this bright purple right here, which whenever you swatch it, I would say it's kind of cranberry. Like, it is still very purple, but it does have a nice bit of red in it too. So I've done like a more purpley kind of eye with this and a more red eye too. Like, whatever shade you put around it, it will like kind of shift to it. It's a really beautiful shade, but I do like to wet this one with setting spray. Most of the shimmers that I put like on my lids, I do wet them with setting spray. This is by Makeup Revolution. This is the oil control fixing spray that I am using. So just spritz my brush a little bit. I'm going to pick up some of the shade because also it does have a good bit of fallout. Like, it is quite a crumbly shade, but for the price of the palette, like, I don't really complain about stuff like that. So I'm going to go and pack this all over my lid. So I've laid down the shape and I'm just going to gently buff it out with that blank brush again. I might even go back in with this brush because I do feel as though when the colours are so bright and when I've been blending, it does take this away a little bit, this transition. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that back in. I know it looks crazy like in the making, but honestly at the end it looks so good. And yeah, there is a little bit of fallout if you can see. I'm just going to take this brush and just that away because I don't have my face brush over here. It never comes off my nose. That's like my only problem with fallout. But guys, I don't know how people can do the eye makeup and then the face makeup. Like, I would just mess up my eyes. So I'm like, either my face gets messed up or my eye gets messed up if shadows have fallout. And to be honest, I'd rather my face because eyes are just like my thing. I am actually going to take my finger as well and just pat over that because wherever I've blended, it's gone a little bit cray. So this is like a purpley shimmer, but it has little flecks of silver glitter in it. I don't know, like silvery lavendy glitter. They look beautiful. So again, I'm going to spritz my brush and I'm going to just dip into it, this shade again. Look at the way this packs up now, guys. That pigment for £4 is actually insane. So this is the eyelids, all complete. I'm obsessed with it. It's like simple yet effective. I literally did this with 3 shades and it looks so good. But next, we're taking it even further and I'm going to go in with this blue shade here. I'm going to swatch this for you guys quickly. Honestly, can you believe this? For £4. And this shade is actually really, really creamy. This is one of the shades where it does have some shimmer running through it, but it kind of like blends out. So I'm going to put this on my lower lash line. I'm going to spritz my brush again, especially because it is more like detailed work, and I'm just going to dip right into the palette. And this one has a good bit of fallout as well. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that right there. Yeah, it's like really building up. This is a really, really dusty shade, but it is super, super pigmented. And yeah, I'm going to actually spritz this one more time because I'm scared. And I'm going to put this right underneath my lower lash line. And this is the blue. It's in my eyeball a little bit on this eye, but honestly, this is so insane to me. I'm going to go ahead with this brush and just buff this out a little bit at the bottom. But this for £4, like I wouldn't even really expect this in a high-end palette. I don't know if blue is like a hard shade to make, but it stays somewhat true to colour. That's it right there in the middle. It stays somewhat true to colour. I know that blue can often turn navy, and it does get a little bit darker, but I think everything does when you put it on your under eyes anyway. I'm really impressed with this entire palette. I'm going to quickly go ahead and add some wing liners, some mascara, some lashes, all of that good stuff. And I'm going to be right back with some swatches. I literally just realised halfway through doing my liner, I forgot to mention the blue shade didn't actually have any fallout, even though it was like falling out in the palette. It didn't have any fallout on my face, even though I did spritz it, so I think that is what helps. But yeah, there was 0 fallout. There's still some on my face from the purple shade. It's mainly just the one that I put on my lid. It's just quite a crumbly, like a crumbly shimmer. I just quickly wanted to show you how this is looking without, like before I put lashes on, because I know that a lot of people don't wear lashes, so this is how this looks without lashes. I have mascara on, I just have tiny lashes. I never used to until I started wearing fake lashes. What I wanna do without you. You have issues. Also, while I'm here for lips, I want to try out this by Makeup Revolution, and this is, I took the sticker off, but it is the lipstick in the shade Elite. It's like the new range that they just brought out, and the packaging is actually stunning. It's gold glitter. They have gold glitter, silver glitter, I want to say black glitter. They have a lot, but I ordered all 3 gold ones, which are the nude ones, and I have to get my packages to my sisters because I'm never in during the day to answer the door. And my nephew actually got hold of the other 2 lipsticks and ruined them. He has had hold of this one. It is a little bit battered, but this one like is surviving, you know. The other 2 are gone, so I'm gonna test this out while I'm here. As I said, it's also by Makeup Revolution. I think this might be a little too nude. I have lined my lips. The foaming feels really, really nice. I just think it might be a little bit too nude. Like, I look really washed out right now. It smells good. It smells beautiful. It's like vanilla. I think I am going to go ahead and throw on some of my Sleek Matte Me Liquid Lipstick. Just to give it, yeah, just to darken it a little more. I'm not sure if this is going to dry in that because also that formula wasn't matte. It looks matte in the tube, but it's not matte. So this is the completed look, and as I said, the pigment from this palette is unreal. I would compare this to my Juvias Place palette. I do have to say their shadows feel a lot more luxurious, and obviously there's mattes and everything in the palette, but that is literally 10 times the price of this palette. So I'm talking about the Masquerade palette, by the way, or just like Juvia's Place in general. Like the way that they do colours is so beautiful, and I feel as though that these are kind of like that. I don't love the fact that there's no mattes in there, but because the palette is so fun, you just need to throw a crease shade on, maybe an outer corner shade if you don't really want to use the dark ones in here, and then you can just put any one of these on your lid, and it's a fun, colourful look that just looks amazing. But I am going to do some swatches. I'm going to try and do some swatches for you. So I'm going to start from this side of the palette. Unfortunately, these don't have shade names, which I think is a shame because I feel as though the shade names would be amazing. My arms are like so horrific. Please nobody judge me. I'm really bad at swatches too. I really love that shade. I feel as though that's just like a very different shade of green. Like it's not something that like I would use. That's what I love about this palette. So what I love about any colourful palette, I do like colours, but I do, sorry, I wasn't even trying to use that. I do feel as though they are hard to find like some really, really good ones. I do feel as though, by the way, that these three shades right here are very similar. But yeah, I don't know. I do love colours, but sometimes they just can be hard to work with, which is kind of what puts me off. I love that blue.
Free nipple.
Stop. Can you actually see my nipples? You can. Shut up, Dean. I love that blue. Oh, Jesus, it has a massive flake on it. That's the blue next to the one that I used in my waterline. That is a more shimmery, I wouldn't say version, like it's a similar shade, but it's a lot more shimmery. Why am I so bad at these swatches? Now swatching this blue. Look at that. My swatches are so bad, I'm dying. Whenever I originally filmed this video, I swatched the palette as soon as I got it, because whenever I get my glossy boxes, I do open them to, you know, see what's inside, because I do try on videos. When I do my glossy box videos, there's a shade I've got on my lid. I love that shade. And yeah, so I was swatching the palette and I was like this doesn't seem too great. It was a £4 palette, which I didn't actually know the price until after I'd used it. That's that purple shade right there. That one is stunning, and that again is, I would say, more on the matte side. It just kind of has glitter running through it, which if you were blending would go away anyway. That's like the midnight blue shade. I was quite drawn to this one, but the pigment isn't as good as any of the ones. But yeah, anyways, I was swatching the palette and I was just like, oh, that's not that good. And I was just so amazed when I used it. This is like a dark purpley shade. I was so amazed when I used it, and swatches aren't everything. They really aren't. You need to actually try the palette first. Literally, there's one shade back. There's one shade left and I have no room. But I'm now going to swatch this black right here. And as you can see, it is quite a glittery black. The pigment in this black, that was just like a 1, 2, 3. And it swatches out really, really nice. And the pigment, the glitter doesn't really go away. I'm going to double swatch that because honestly it's intense. I'm just swatching it on the upper part of my wrist. So yeah, as you can see, the glitter is not as intense as it is in the palette, but the glitter does stay in the black a little bit, but I would use that as a matte black happily. But yeah, this is my really bad swatches. So that is the full palette swatched, the full palette. As I said, these are the green shades right here. I feel as though they are very, very similar, very similar to each other, and they're all shimmers, all pretty much the same formula. However, I managed to stamp it on this part of my arm. So yeah, they're pretty similar, but it's okay. And the same with the blues, they're kind of similar, but the ones that stand out to me the most is definitely the blue and this colour right here, which is obviously why I wanted to put those on my lids. But as I said, anything in the crease and then just a little bit of definition. Do you like how my chair is filled with coats, by the way? Anything in the crease, a little bit of definition on the outer corner, and you could just whack any of these shades on your lids. I definitely want to try that with this duochrome one for a super dark look. I think it would look stunning. But there's just so many opportunities with this palette, and for £4, I really do think, like, I don't really say this about anything, but I think that everybody needs this palette, everybody, because it's so affordable, and you could just go and pick it up from Superdrug, or you can order it from Tam Beauty online, or just anywhere that sells Makeup Revolution. So it's accessible, it's really, really affordable, and it truly is amazing. I would never expect this. Some of the shades in here, for example, that blue, I would never expect that from a high-end eyeshadow palette, never mind a drugstore palette. So I just can't say enough about this palette. I don't really like drugstore eyeshadows. If you've ever watched any of my previous videos, I've got a Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette in the past. I enjoyed it, but I just ended up giving it away because it was nothing compared to my high-end palettes. Like, I'm not the best at eyeshadow, so like, I want something that's going to work with me, that's going to help me out, you know, that's going to blend itself, stuff like that. And drugstore eyeshadows tend to be a little bit more work. So, but this palette right here, it's perfect. The pigment is intense on every single shade, and you can wet them. You can wet them and it packs an even bigger pigment. You can put it on with your fingers. Some of them work well with a brush. It's just a truly, truly amazing palette, and just for the price, the accessibility, as I was saying before, it's just, I really would say that everybody needs to get this palette. I'm getting this all over me. She's like my top, by the way. This is from H&M, and it was like less than a tenner. So yeah, my overall conclusion is this palette is truly, truly amazing. I really don't know how Makeup Revolution did this. It's just so good. I'm so impressed with it. Never thought I would be this impressed with it, but I really, really am, and I do really, really recommend. Just try it out. It's super affordable. It's £4. I guarantee that there will be one shade in here that you like, and it's worth your £4, you know? So yeah, that is everything for this video on the Makeup Revolution Mermaids versus Unicorn palette. I haven't filmed in a minute, and I'm just like, I forget how tiring it is. Like, I know it sounds stupid because you just sat here talking, but it's tiring. So that is everything for the video. As I just said a million times, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as you leave, maybe the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. And yeah, I will see you on the next video. Bye.